It always seems impossible until it's done. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. The power of education extends beyond the development of skills we need for economic success. It can contribute to nation building and reconciliation. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Courageous people do not fear forgiving, for the sake of peace. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. Peace is the greatest weapon for development that any person can have. When a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. We must use time creatively, and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. A good leader can engage in a debate frankly and thoroughly, knowing that at the end he and the other side must be closer, and thus emerge stronger. You don't have that idea when you are arrogant, superficial, and uninformed. It is not where you start but how high you aim that matters for success. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of death again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires. No single person can liberate a country. You can only liberate a country if you act as a collective. We can change the world and make it a better place. It is in your hands to make a difference. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. There is nothing more difficult than taking the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. Our children are our greatest treasure. They are our future. Those who abuse them tear at the fabric of our society and weaken our nation. Difficulties break some men but make others. No axe is sharp enough to cut the soul of a sinner who keeps on trying, one armed with the hope that he will rise even in the end. I dream of the realization of the unity of Africa, whereby its leaders combine in their efforts to solve the problems of this continent. I dream of our vast deserts, of our forests, of all our great wildernesses. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of death again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires.